All right, so you've gone ahead and finished up your character turns. Now let's go ahead and work on the movement poses. So what I'm going to do is here is at the bottom of the same page, I'm going to line my ruler up at the bottom of the page and line up here to the left and right. Make sure it's nice and the ruler is parallel. I'm going to go ahead and draw a straight line again. And then I'm going to go ahead and line up my ruler once more, drawing another straight line. Again, setting up the same template that I used before. In animation, consistency is key for scale. If you're the kind of person that doesn't like to be consistent with your drawings, you need to learn to start doing that. This is the time, this is the place. Reason being, because if you don't start to learn to start using lines like this, or guidelines, to through the formation of your character, that means your character is going to expand and contract wildly while you're trying to animate it, and you're going to be going frame by frame, having to resize every single drawing. But if you use guidelines like this to keep the consistency of your drawing in scale from drawing to drawing, the process is going to be so much easier for you. All right. Now let's go ahead here, and I believe that we have for you, you need to create and using the image that is on the blog, you are going to, there are the reference images provided, you are going to show your sack, your design, in 4 different poses. So I'm going to go ahead and start using, this is my baseline in the top, and I'm going to use that with my poses. So let's go ahead and start with, I'll start with the one that's on the upper row here, with my character kind of just sort of kicking himself off, kind of doing a little bit of a walk. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bend that character, right? And I'm going to start off with sort of sketching, if you will, the outline of the basic character to begin with, right? Sort of sketching out that basic outline. And it looks like he's stepping up to take a little step. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm sketching him out. And I go ahead and sketch off the other side here, bring that back around. All right, and then on the front side here, I'm going to go ahead and lift up this other one like it's a little foot or something, isn't it? It's just like a little foot. All right, and on the other side here is certainly pushing down on the ground. So I'm going to go down a little bit, and it's got it coming down, and it's just like a little bend, right? Like a little bend in a toe. Comes down, comes up and around. It's just pushing off. So let me go ahead and erase a little bit here. Right, and that's coming down. This comes out of it, and this is that girth of the belly. Now remember, now my sack here has that little pooch in here, so I'm going to go ahead and put this line in like I do in my rest of my designs. I'm going to put this little line in at the base, and then I'm going to show a little bit right here on the tummy. So I got that little cross here on the tummy like I have on the rest of my character. So it looks like he's sort of getting up to take himself a little bit of a step. So that's drawing number 1. Now let's go ahead and I'm going to do another one here. This time we'll do one on the left-hand side, like he's sort of jumping up and he's really, really happy. So I'm going to go ahead and do this line. And as I'm drawing here, you can kind of guess based off of the photo or the image that I've supplied you for your reference. You can kind of see that, kind of guess what that might be, which one it is. Here, there, back over here, up on the belly here, and then of course we got the little feet there sort of popping up. So let's go ahead and put the one up in the area here. And remember, don't show all the foot, because remember, it's sort of cut off. This line comes down and cuts off that corner of that foot. Then the other one, though, we're going to see all of the foot popping up here. So we're going to see all of it here popping up in all of its entirety here, because of the angle that we're at. There's his little bottom. There's his belly. There's the top here. And again, I'm trying to keep the base here fairly close to that bottom. I might even actually erase this one and bring it down just a little bit further here. So I make sure to keep that scale intact. There we go. So I come close to the bottom. up here. This comes up the top, comes up there, got him in my midpoint in space. So there we have my little guy here, and he's leaping up into the air. He's jumping for joy now. He's really quite so happy. Now let's go ahead and draw another one. This one, I think I'll go ahead and take one from the bottom row this time. And then I'll go ahead and do the one here where he's sort of sitting on the ground and we're bent over. So I'm going to go ahead here and bring that side here, bring it over. It's kind of squashed over. Right, I've got my two sides here. And this other side of the body here, it's almost like it's sort of bent over. So what it's important for me to do, if it's bent over, I want to go ahead and make sure to keep that scale. I don't want to thin him out. See? So that way the base here is consistent with the other bases. That way we've got a point of reference. Now what we're doing is we're bending that upper part of the body down. So I'm going to go ahead and put up this little guy here. Cuts off there. I have this little bit right here, which is coming over the top of the head. I have a little bit of this coming forward. We see it from underneath the bend of the torso. Then I have this piece coming up under. Right, we're keeping those consistent. And then the feet themselves, right, let's go and bring that foot down a little more. That foot's coming out. Erase a little bit. And it's coming down kind of weighted toward the bottom of the character. And the other one's sort of something to this side. It's kind of over off to this side, right? This one's weighted off. Then we start to turn right here at the waist. Bring it over, bring it back around. So this is the upper part of the head here. Now you put the last little tie off here, and that one's sort of going off like this, right? Kind of coming in like this, right? So we can sort of get that little guy, and he's tied off. He's looking around there. He's sort of bent over, perhaps a little bit sad. So we have now, we have our one, we're stepping, we're sort of jumping up with all four little tassels up in the air, and here we're sort of dejected, and we're looking down, and we're looking down at something down below us. All right, we bent down for that. Now we're going to go ahead and let me clip my lines here a bit. We are going to go ahead and draw the fourth and the last one here. And the last one here, let's see, I can go ahead and pick any one of these that I'm looking at here. I think I'll go ahead and take, I kind of like the one in the upper right, on the right-hand side, the middle one, where he sort of looks like he's running away. So I'm going to go ahead and do that one. So I'm going to go ahead and put that body in. Put that girth of the body in first, and then I'll go ahead and do this little curve, and I'm going to sort of lean that torso to the right as it looks like it's sort of running away. Little bump here for the head, for the upper part of the body, then the lower part, right? Kind of leaning them this way, and I'm going to go ahead and put that little tassel, like it's sort of that little tie off, like it's sort of leaning back this way, like the wind is sort of pulling it backwards as it's going. And the other side here is going to have one. All right, this one coming down, and I've got the back of the foot. So let's go put that back foot, right, or a little tie off there, coming off there, right? And this front one here, it's sort of almost like it's up in the air, just sort of like this, right? Like it's up, I'm taking a step. And this one's sort of down and back over, okay? Let me erase a little bit here for clarity. There we go. And so this one, but this is going to cut this one off, because remember, this little tush is in front of that one. And this one again here is also. So here I need to have this curve like this, because remember, this is the back side of the character. It's facing, going that way. So here, put a line there, and maybe put a little line right there. Okay. So I got that mid side there. But there he is, he's running off, going that direction. So there's my fourth and final one here. So I have my my sort of walk, my walk pose here, sort of. Then I have my, sort of label it there with the walk, the jump, and then I have the look down, and then I certainly have the running back. So this is what you're going to do next on yours, is you're going to go ahead, again, using the reference imagery I've given you, and you're going to pick any 4 of those that you would like. You're going to draw them in the same size scale, right, that we did the first row in, but this time you're just going to do 4 separate and unique poses. You take the pose examples from the ones provided, and you put your character with your costume in those poses. line them up and draw them so they precisely line out, nice evenly spaced going across the page. Okay, when you have completed this, this will then be uploaded to the blog. Excuse me, not to the blog. This will be uploaded to Canvas, and we will discuss them. If they look good, then you will be able to go ahead and ink your drawings. Have fun.